Hello everyone and welcome back to the start of Season 2 with Barnet Bound. It is me, DJam FM. I hope you're all doing amazingly well. As you'll be able to see in the top right hand corner, it is the 31st of August, which means the transfer window has slammed shut. It is done. We cannot buy any more players until January now. We have bought 10 players in and 29 players have left the club in some capacity, whether or not that's fees, free transfers, loans, whatever the case may be. I'm going to run you through every single transfer that's gone on in terms of up until this point now. We'll give you a little bit of an update on how we're doing as well, and also what the media and our board expect from us this season and what my personal aims are as well. So join me in the next few moments just to see who we've brought in and what players you're going to learn to love. Roll the intro. Yes, so hello, we are back. As I said, transfer special, bit of an update just to let you know how we're all doing. You may be wondering to yourself, why on earth are you looking at Kenneth McAvoy? Now, this guy became a free transfer from Tottenham, and I thought, he's terrorised me the whole season. I've got to try and bring him in. He wasn't the one bit interested in joining a League 2 club. Again, you can't blame the lad. He's a very, very good player. He has gone and joined Portsmouth. So, this was the calibre of player I was looking at in the beginning part of the transfer window, and quickly had to lower my expectations. But yes, we won't have to play this lad again this season. He is with Portsmouth. He's enjoying his time in League 1. Good luck to him. I wish him all the best. So in terms of some of the players that have left them, we're going to start off with Sam Togwell. He was released on a free contract. He's now gone to Wrexham. Unfortunately, he wanted far too much money, and I couldn't justify paying that for somebody who's 31 years old anymore. So he has left on a free transfer. Michael Gash has also left the club as well. We did talk about it briefly to say that he was going to be going. He has left and has so far failed to find a club. He was on £1,200 with us, and again, for someone who's not playing, I cannot afford to be paying that amount of money for him. Jamal Raig is another one, Swedish nationality guy. Again, brought him in on a free contract. He didn't really do an awful lot when he was out on loan last year. I wasn't overly impressed with him, so unfortunately, he has had to leave the club as well. Now, Jamie Stevens, he has left and has gone to Sutton on a free transfer. For all of those who don't watch the Worst Football Manager videos, who won't know about Sutton United, go and check his channel out. It's a really, really good series. As I said, Sutton have got a new recruit in Jamie Stevens, so I think he's probably more or less found his level. So Kojo Corell has also left on a free contract. The Romanian was never going to get in our team. Did quite well in terms of the under-21 squad, but was never going to fit into a style of system that I want, so he's left on a free contract. Shamotan as well. Now, I was humming and hawing about this guy because he's got quite a bit of potential, but unfortunately, again, I just couldn't find a place for him. He's left and has also gone to Sutton United, so quite a few people leaving to join them. Wesley Fonguk, unfortunately, he was loaned out last year. Again, I got his sort of report come back and he hadn't improved. Again, I wasn't massively impressed. But he's gone to Havant and Waterloo on a free transfer. Kay Mackenzie Lyle was a goalkeeper who sat in our under-21s the whole of our season, hasn't done anything, and left on a free contract, hasn't found a club so far. Joe Gator was exactly the same, sat in our under-21s, didn't do anything, hasn't found a club. Charlie Kennedy was quite a useful player, could play either in midfield and defence, but again, was someone who just sat in the under-21s. He is wanted by Corby, but he's no longer at the club as well. Nana Kai, now none of you guys would have seen anything about this guy. Again, was just someone who was available on a free contract from our academy, just never really materialised into anything. Again, he is also wanted, again by Corby, weirdly enough, so hopefully he can find himself a club. Louis Leon never did anything at all, was really, was just a really bad player. Again, he's left and no one is wanting him at the moment. George Buka was an attacking midfielder, again, never really materialised. materialised, was in our under-18 squad and has since been released. Lawton was a striker. Now, he was gradually getting better and better, but there were so many attributes of his that I just felt weren't going to materialise into anything. He's now struggling to find a club. And Jack Taylor, the centre midfielder, again, 18 years old. I was humming and hawing about this one, but ultimately I couldn't guarantee him any sort of future of the club. He's now wanted by Gloucester. Ben Tomlinson, the guy who we struggled to get rid of the entire of last year, has now left. He's gone also to Sutton. So Sutton have picked up 3 Barnet players. And this guy, Tom Champion, I told you I was going to get rid of him, and I have done. He has now joined Exeter on a free contract. My feelings for Tom Champion are well known. If you haven't seen the previous videos, you won't know what I'm talking about, but he got sent off in the playoff semi-final. So I told you he wasn't going to be playing for the club, and he's now gone. £850 off the wage budget, has now joined Exeter in the conference. Now, in terms of the free contracts, that's pretty much it. We're now going to move on to people who have actually gone for some money. Now, Luke Gambin, I sold him. I wasn't overly impressed with him last year, and I don't think he's actually going to materialise into anything that's going to be worthy of this club in the future either. He is 23 years old, so he's still got some potential room, and he's got some okay stats as a winger. Now, in real life, this guy is class, but on Football Manager, unfortunately, he just doesn't cut the mustard. We sold him to Wycombe for 300,000. That's a bit optimistic. We sold him for 30 grand. Again, good luck to the guy. I hope it works out for him, but unfortunately, that is the end of his Barnet career. Ali Cisse has gone to Wrexham. Now, this was a tough decision for me, but I needed to shift some centre defenders, and that will be explained in a few moments. Cisse has now gone. He's left to join Wrexham. He's doing quite well with them in the National League, Vanarama National rather. And yeah, joined for 11.75k, so I wasn't overly fussed with him leaving. He had an okay season, but I think I've got better players than him now. Gavin Hoyt has left and has joined Leyton Orient. Now, he's not getting as many games as he wants there. He's only started on a couple of occasions, but this was, again, somebody who was on a grand a week at our club. It was good going forward, but was absolutely shocking defensively. Absolutely shocking, and I need to tighten those positions up a bit. He's left and he's joined them for 40k, so again, good luck to the guy. So again, in terms of for the transfers, that's pretty much wraps things up. But there are a few people that have gone out on loan. Daniel Chima has gone on loan to Gosport, 17 years old. I don't think he's going to materialise, but I thought, why not give him some first-team experience? Ryan Gondo, now he scored a lot of goals in our under-21s, but I wanted to give him some proper first-team football. Physically, he's another great player, but I want some of his other attributes to just rise a little bit. So he's gone out on loan. Matthew Stevens, I sadly don't think he's going to quite make the grade, but I'm prepared to give him another loan opportunity, so he's gone out on loan to Boston. Johnny Leddy, now again, I don't think he's going to work out here, but he's got some quite nice stats, get some first team football, and we'll evaluate him in the summer. Harry Taylor, now I really like this guy. I think he does a decent job. I mean, some of his technical attributes are, leave a little bit to be desired, but he's a nice, solid option. Again, he's going to be someone whose contract I'm going to review at the end of the season. Corey Francis has gone out on loan to Crawley. Now, this was a tough decision for me, but Corey Francis is going to be a very good player in the future, but I can't guarantee him first team football at the moment, so I need him to be playing football. He joins Crawley in the Vanarama National. Thomas Day is just a defender that was out on loan last season. He's not going to progress. He'll be released at the end of the year, but why not get him some first team experience? Josh Hare has gone out on loan. This was a deadline day deal. He wasn't going to get in my team. He's a nice option to have around the squad, don't get me wrong, but Woking wanted to offer him a contract for a loan, so why not get rid of him? Again, probably be released in the summer. And Mason Clark has gone on loan to Boston. Now, again, I can't give him first team football. Boston have just got promoted to the National League, so he can get a fair decent amount of game time down there, and again, hopefully improve some of his overall attributes to match what is there on the physical. So that wraps up the outs. Who have we brought in? Let's bring you the Barnet Bound editions. The first player that comes in is Alfie Jones, 18 years old. He's a centre back. He's got some nice attributes for being a centre half. He's gonna get better. His current ability of 2.5-star rating, 4.5-star potential. He's only 18 years old. I think this guy could be a very, very decent player for us. He's come in on a free transfer from Southampton. Has done quite well for us in the couple of games that he has played. Picked up a slight injury, but he's coming along quite nicely. You see from there, has aspirations to play and win the Sky Bet Championship. This guy can go far, and hopefully he'll be able to travel that distance with Barnet. Second player that comes in is Louis Ramsey. Now 18 years old again, so there's a bit of a theme developing here already. He's a nice, well-rounded right back. He's a limited fullback. Well, I'm training him to be a limited fullback because I need him to do the defensive job and I need him to do it well. He has come in again on a free contract from Norwich, so my beloved Norwich City, thank you very much for letting me have this guy. He's got some nice attributes. He's not going to be starting game in, game out, but he's nice to have in and around the squad. Again, someone I feel that can progress. 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential 5-star ability as well. Again, he's someone that can only get better. Probably my most exciting signing of the summer, Savas Morgos. This guy, 18 years old, he plays as an advanced playmaker. I'm playing him currently as a deep line playmaker. He's got some really good attributes. Again, 18 years old, Greek international, 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. This guy is just class. He's played 4 games for us so far in League 2. 7.4 average rating. He comes in on a free transfer from Arsenal. How we managed to get hold of him, you should have seen some of the clubs that were interested in him. I mean, I'm talking League 1 teams were interested in this guy. We offered him first team football and he's now arrived. He's only got a contract until the summer, so that's going to be the sticking point. If we can get promoted, I think we're going to be able to offer this guy a new contract. If we don't, he won't be around the club for very long. But whilst he's here, we're going to enjoy him. Meet Savas. Ryan Loft has come in. Now, I'm thinking of this guy as a potential for John Akinde and is going to be the Michael Gash equivalent. He's going to be in and around the team. He'll get games as and when. He's 18 years old. He's come in again on a free contract, this time from Tottenham Hotspur. I do know a little bit about this guy. He didn't really materialise into much. His stats do improve, don't get me wrong, they do improve, but he wasn't someone who was going to ever get into the Tottenham team. So, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. Again, this is someone at the age of 18 years old we can just continue to play and watch his stats grow. He hasn't been involved in very many games, but you can already see some of those arrows are starting to progress and some of his stats are getting better. He's someone that can only improve as he goes on. Connor De Mayo comes in on a free contract from, I believe it's Chesterfield. Yeah, it was Chesterfield. Defensive midfielder, ball-winning midfielder. Has got some really nice attributes. 20 years old. Again, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, or 3.5-star potential. I'm hoping to play this guy quite, as sort of like an ad hoc basis. He's going to be one of the guys who sits in and fills in on the bench and then comes in from time to time. He's done a good average, he's got a good average rate for the games he has been involved in. He's going to be a very, very good option for me. Again, 20 years old, cannot really complain with that. Jarrell Sellers is the latest player. Now, this guy came in from Aston Villa, and boy is he quick. 17 acceleration, 15 agility, 13 pace, 13 stamina, 13 dribbling, 13 finishing. This guy is unbelievably good. He has got a 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. He's played 3 games, 2 goals, 7.00 average rating. He is one of those players that is either really good or you just don't see him in this game. But at the age of 20 years old, I can only get him better. His stats, again, green arrows are gradually improving. The more games he gets, the better he's going to be. George Glendon, my midfield hard man. This guy is just, I love him. I absolutely love him. We bought him in on a free contract from Man City. I don't know. I don't know why he was released. I haven't got a clue. But he's 21 years old, so he's a little bit older than some of the other guys. He's a centre midfielder, a ball-winning player. That's what I want. I want someone to sit in and do the dirty work for me and start building something from this. He's got a 3.5 star current ability, but his potential could go up to 4.5. So, you know, he's got ambitions of playing in and winning League One, so he could potentially be at a better level than what he's at the moment, but he's going to be my main man in the midfield. I'm going for the youth now. I'm signing people who are going to make and progress with the club, as well as adapting to some of the players we've got in and around this team. But as I said, George, he's just a fantastic player. Probably our biggest player in terms of value at the club as well. So again, he can only do good things. Alex Whitmore. Now this guy, started like a house on fire at the beginning of the season. 2 games in, 7.15 average rating. He's just come back from fitness. He's just come back from an injury. He's very, very tired at the moment. I'm trying to ease him in gradually, but some of his attributes: 13 for tackling, 11 for marking, 13 for heading, positional play's good, leadership is good, concentration's at a decent level, bravery's good. His physical attributes could get better, and I'm trying to get him to become a very quick defender. That will hopefully improve. 2.5 star current ability, 4 star potential. This guy came in on a free contract from Burnley, so who knows? No long-term ambitions, but he's happy and wants to learn a lot whilst at Barnet. I'm happy to give him that game time. He's put in as a hot prospect, but he's one of my first team players. I really like this guy. Alex Whitmore, welcome to the club. James Shea, the goalkeeper, 25 years old, currently on £650 a week, giving him a contract until the end of the season. Now, Charlie Horton is going to continue to be our number 1 goalkeeper, but I need someone to be able to come in and do a job for me if as and when required. Jermaine Granderson. Now this guy, I know from his exploits at Coventry, but he's been with Shrewsbury, going up and down the leagues with Shrewsbury in recent years. Has been released on a free contract, and I think he's actually going to be a very, very good option. The only issue that I have with him is because of his nationality, he is going to be away a lot on international duty. So that is why we brought in Louis Ramsey. These two are going to be competing for that right back spot. I haven't really settled on which one of them I actually prefer. I think Jermaine is actually going to be a lot better going forward, as well as doing the defensive side of things. So, you know, 3.5 star current ability, can't get any better, but, you know, he's a nice option to have in and around the squad. He's done alright since he's been in the team. Again, someone I can't really complain about. So that is it. Those are the transfers that we've done. The 10 players that have come in are all young, other than James Shea, who is 25 years old, and also Jermaine, who's 25. The rest of the team are all young. They're all under the age of 21. We've got out a lot of players, but the 81 grand that has come in has meant that we are currently £79,000 as an overall balance, and in terms of what the club is actually spending, I've still got 10 grand worth of wage budget to spend. I'm not touching it until January because I'm so confident with this team at the moment that I think we're going to do well. We've got some really, really nice, good players in this side now. The team's a lot better positioned than what it was last year. It is. The squad is a lot better. There's far more depth, and that's what I'm after with another long campaign. The media expectation from us so far, you'll be able to see that at the moment we're currently sitting in 8th place. Bit of a mixed result in terms of game day. We're conceding a lot of goals still, which is something that from a young defence I'm kind of expecting, but yeah, again, more or less in the same position that we were last year. The media's expectations from us is that we are going to finish in about 11 positions. It's going to be around about the same sort of thing according to the media predictions. So yeah, in terms of how we've been doing so far, we started off a nice campaign with a 2-1 win. Tom Young's getting himself 2 goals, 88th minute. I just went absolutely insane with that goal. We lost 3-1 to Reading in the Cup. This was a really disappointing game because we were doing quite well. We brought it back to 2-1 and we were pushing and pushing and pushing. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the goal, and they sealed the win in the 91st minute. We then came back to league action and just got absolutely humiliated by Cambridge. They absolutely annihilated us. We just could not handle them. at all. No one had a good game other than Savas, who was just out of it was out of this world. But that really hit home, that result. We then were 2-0 down against Grimsby and somehow clawed our way back to get a 2-2 draw. We then came back to the Hive and won 2-0 against AFC Wimbledon. Again, Tom Young's getting himself on the goals and Jarrell Sellers as well. Away from home, we then drew against Newport County rather. Again, Tom Youngs and Jarrell Sellers getting on the on the score sheet. Again, really disappointing. We were 2-1 up, 82nd minute goal. The game never really then kicked on from there. And we just played Wickham in the St Johnstone's Paint Trophy. We're through to the second round with a 2-0 win. Sean Batt getting himself a couple of goals, rotating a lot of the players around and giving people some game time. Absolutely crucial at this point. So that is how we stand at the moment. As I said, I'm very, very happy with the squad that we've done. We've done well in pre-season, we've prepared well. The squad are looking good in terms of the fitness level. Everything is getting better. The club is progressing and it's moving forward, and that is key. The club has to move forward this season. We've got to get ourselves back into the playoffs. Vital if we want to see progression made in the club. We have to get into the playoffs again. And then who knows? Who knows where we can go from there? But that is the transfer special. You can have a look at some of the players in the squad. Let me know what you think about the transfers in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please let me know. It'd be nice to see whether or not you think the players that are coming in are going to be any good. Have you ever signed them before? Do you know what they're kind of like? Leave me some comments down below. Yeah, we'll join you for the next time against Dagenham and Redbridge. Let's get a local derby in-house. Let's see if we can try and get some bragging rights within the club. We'll join you halfway through September to see how we're doing, how we're progressing. Let's beat the Daggers. Come on, Barnet. Until next time, adios.